Hi and welcome back. My name's Deneen. You can call me Dee. I'm an astrologer and I teach people the psychology behind marketing. And today we're hopping into Pluto in the 5th house. So let's go. Okay, so Pluto in the 5th house. Pluto in the 5th house is super powerful for the fact that these people are very majorly creative. Okay, Pluto in the 5th house. I have seen Pluto in the 5th house with a person who has Mars and Aries inside of the 10th house. And this person, when it comes to entrepreneurship, when it comes to business acumen, okay, they're very, very good. Okay, when it comes to speculation, risks that you have to take, actions that you have to take, especially repeated actions that require endurance, okay? And also, too, I have seen this person, same rising sign as John Voight, okay? And John Voight has his Mars in the 8th house, if I'm not mistaken, in the sign, in the 8th house, if I'm not mistaken, in the sign, in the sign of Scorpio, okay? So, in both cases, the way that these people assert themselves is very powerful. But also, too, with Pluto in the 5th house, the expression and the way that these people express themselves is very powerful. I would like to bring up Adele's chart, okay? And Adele's chart, she has Pluto in the 5th house, okay? And she is a very powerful, expressive singer, especially when it comes to communicating emotions, okay? Now, Adele also, with her chart, and speaking of Pluto in the 5th house, love affairs and things that are very transformative in this person's life when it comes to love affairs. This doesn't have to just be this person innate of themselves, but this can also be, and the crossover and effect, their partner, okay? Because it could be the native who is initiating this action, okay? But Pluto in the 5th house, it wants you to take control of this powerfully creative process that it is that you have, and this creativity that you have, okay? A lot of times, Pluto in the 5th house, you can be surrounded with or have friends, especially earlier on in your life, that can take advantage of the fact that you garner attention, or you have this attention and spotlight on you, okay? And you might not have noticed it when you were younger, but you definitely will notice it when you're older, okay? That you do garner this amount of attention, and that your ideas, all right? Sometimes with Pluto in the 5th house, they can have stories of people trying to basically dim down their ideas, or try to not have them pursue their ideas in a way of sort of not giving light to it, or not trying to recognize it, okay? And now Pluto in the 5th house, what I would say is that you already garnered this attention through you being able to express this. It's expressing your personality, okay? But it's very much expressed when you yourself understand that this is something that you can share, one, and two, you have a lot of attention, eyes on you already. So the things that you do is already being highlighted. And because you natally have it here, this might not be something that you notice all the time, especially if you have something like a trine that's going on, okay? However, with Pluto in the 5th house, these people can go through things like love affairs, okay? They can be the ones that initiate it. They can have their partner's life transformed because they have a love affair, all right? If it's closer to the 4th house, okay, it could very much be a person that was close to them, close to the family, okay? Very much be transformative in the matters of family and family dynamics. If it's closer to the 6th house, this affair can very much fall into the things that surround the day-to-day life, such as career, okay, what they frequent on a daily basis. Where was that person? Where did they frequently go? They met that person there, that type of thing. Now, Pluto in the 5th house, also too, being able to be, as I said, creative, but being able to express this is very important for you. Don't hold it in, okay? You don't have to hold this in. You can sit there, you can say it, you can sit there, you can express yourself, okay? Pluto in the 5th house. And the manipulation or the power dynamics that go on with this is, as I said, the creativity, somebody trying to dim down your creativity, or trying to get you not to create something, okay? Trying to get you to create something, but around the parameters of what is best for a group of people versus you, okay? And what you truly want to express. Pluto in the 5th house. I will also like to mention that Pluto in the 5th house, when they have children, the person that I read has a few kids, okay? When they have children, their children are powerfully creative. Jon Voight, in the case of Angelina Jolie, she is powerfully creative, okay? And she is an actor in her own right, okay? She has Aries, which is her father's rising sign, highly aspected in her chart, and there is a lot of emphasis on the sign, especially with the degrees that it's in. Now, also, with Pluto in the 5th house, as I said, their children are highly creative, and their children are quite expressive even from a young age. Even from a young age, their children are very expressive, very expressive. Mars will tell you more of this person's creativity and where it is that this is landing, okay? Because it's part of the inner planets, and also too, being able to look at the aspects that Mars is making will be very telling, okay, to where this creativity and the power of this creativity, the conditions of which it affects. I said Adele, I believe we said Jon Voight. There's somebody I'm missing. Halle Berry! Yes, Halle Berry! So Halle Berry, she also has Pluto in the 5th house. And Halle Berry, her Venus, because she's a Taurus rising, Halle Berry, her Venus is right smack in the middle between her 3rd house and her 4th house. So her expression, the way she communicates emotions through her way of expression is so very, very powerful, okay? And this, when you see her act, especially when you see her acting like Catwoman, okay? I've seen her act in that. That was something that I watched growing up, okay? But that was like, you know, one of the first movies I think I saw of her as a kid, and seeing her now too. I believe she acted in something else. Their Eyes Were Watching God. I believe she acted in that. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. So, Their Eyes Were Watching God, and the expression, the way that she communicates these emotions, these deep emotions, and she communicates it on screen of all things, but the way she expresses herself is so very vivid, okay? And Pluto in the 5th house is also, if you know about Halle Berry and her story, as well as Adele's and Jon Voight's, you understand that the fear in having affairs pop up here is quite common. Okay? Now, Pluto in the 5th house, own your expression, own your creativity, and please let us see it. Share it with us, okay? So if you are Pluto in the 5th house native and this resonated with you, make sure you hit that like button, okay? And make sure that you subscribe so that you don't ever miss out on any of our videos here at One Shot Made, okay? And I'll be seeing you guys next time.